Hi, this is Lauren Morgan, your instructor for your online Speech 1100 class for fall 2016. And I just wanted to record a brief message to you welcoming you to the class and reviewing a couple things that appear in writing in the course that I thought some of you might be able to understand a little bit better just if I walked you through a couple of things. So first of all, I'm really glad that you're taking the class. I know a lot of students opt to take the online class because they're pretty nervous about public speaking or communicating with other people. I really wish that I was like Tinkerbell and I had some pixie dust and I could come along and sprinkle you with pixie dust and make all your nervousness go away. But I can't do that. And in fact, that nervousness is actually energy that you can use to give really good performances. So, communication apprehension is the technical name for the nervousness that you feel either when you're communicating or when you're thinking about communicating. And 40 years of research shows that when you have that nervousness, there are two things that you can do to help manage the nervousness. The first thing is to take a class. So congratulations, you're already on your way by signing up for the online speech class to helping you figure out how to manage that nervousness if you're experiencing that. Number two is to practice your speeches. So you'll hear me say this a lot throughout the course. You'll see it in writing a lot. Please be sure to practice. That's going to really help you manage whatever nervousness you might be experiencing. And speaking of the speeches, several students have contacted me to say they're confused by the appearance of meeting dates in My Access. So this is only the second semester that we've been offering Speech 1100 online, completely online. So you actually have two options for delivering your speeches. The first option is to be able to come to class, meet with other students, and deliver your speeches in the class setting. I can tell you that this past summer, most of my students opted to deliver their speeches that way. I think in most cases they simply found it easier. The second option is for you to record the speeches on your own. To do that, there are a couple things that the state of Illinois requires you to do in order for those speeches to count for credit and therefore for you to receive credit in the class. So the first thing is that you have to deliver the speech in front of 8 adults over the age of 18. So it doesn't matter if it's your colleagues at work, friends of yours, or as one student did this summer, he simply went to a public library and found 8 people who would sit down and listen to him speak. So you have to record those people on camera, stating their name and their age, immediately before you record your speech. So just remember, you have to have 8 audience members. The second thing that you have to do is you have to deliver the speech in a professional setting. That means that you can do it in a conference room at your workplace, you can do it in a community center public space, you can do it at a conference room in a library or at a church. You can't do it in your house. You have to be someplace where it's a professional space. Though there are lots of those spaces available. If you happen to be in proximity to COD, lots of places on campus you could actually record your speeches. So just make sure that you're in a professional space. And then the third thing is that you have to tape the speech in one take. So again, you have to record your audience members, simply turn the camera around on yourself and record yourself giving your speech to your audience. There are some guidelines that are provided about how to position yourself and set things up so that you can record the speech effectively. So as long as you can fulfill those requirements and record the speeches on your own, it's not a problem for you to do the speech fully, totally online. You just have to make sure that you get those speeches uploaded to our companion website, Connect, which you access through Blackboard, and get those speeches posted by the dates that they're required to be posted. Everyone is going to do this on the first speech, the short little in the bag speech, which is due this coming Sunday, August 28th. Okay? So please make sure that you're taking care of those and you understand those parameters. That brings me to another point about the class. I know that there are online classes that are self-paced. This is not a self-paced class. Because of the type of work that we're doing and because you have to do speeches, the class is set up developmentally to work you through a series of steps to get you ready to do your speeches. So please be sure that you are attentive to due dates and that you're really paying attention to what's going on in the class online, because you have work to do every week. I set the class up to go week to week, so you'll notice in the structure of the class you have week 1 assignments due at the end of week 1, week 2 assignments due at the end of week 2. That's to keep you on track so that you're getting everything done as you're working through the course. If you run into problems with things, please do contact me, but I do expect that you meet those deadlines and stay on pace with the class. Another thing that makes this class different is it's a performance class. So there aren't really tests in the class. The tests really are your speeches. So you need to be doing all the assignments along the way that you get points for to build up to that final speech, and that's really where your big grades are coming from. So again, make sure that you're staying attentive to dates and those kinds of things. We are having an orientation for the class on tomorrow evening, Wednesday, August 24th, in room BIC 1724. That's on the main Glen Ellen campus of College of DuPage. And the class will run from 6:30 until 9:20. I will again go over some of this information in class, show you some orientation with Blackboard. We'll also really spend the majority of the evening getting to know each other. I find that students do a lot better when they're comfortable with each other and feel like they can speak with people that they know. Not necessarily super personally, but just in a environment that's a little bit more comfortable for each other. There is a video that's posted in the welcome message that got sent earlier this week, navigating Blackboard. So please be sure to watch that. I think that'll help a lot of you figure out how to maneuver in the class. I believe from the feedback I've gotten from other students that my class is set up differently than a lot of online instructors set up their course. So again, please make sure that you're familiarizing yourself with how to do it. If you run into any problems, just let me know. This afternoon, I did get a note from one of your classmates saying that he couldn't access the textbook. And that's because I had an old link in there. It was linked to the previous semester's class. So I really appreciate Chris getting in contact with me and letting me know that that was a problem. I did get that fixed. So in case any of you experienced that issue, I really apologize. I'm sorry that that link wasn't updated. Please know that there is a lot of information in this class, so it is possible that a due date is listed incorrectly, or that there's something that I overlooked that I had put in print last semester, and just in revising the course I didn't realize that I had missed it. So if you see anything like that, don't hesitate to contact me. Please understand that in addition to teaching my online class, I do teach 4 other classes on campus, and I run our speech and debate program at COD. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm managing a lot of different course shells in Blackboard, and I'm not trying to be unattentive, but it is possible that as a human being I've just overlooked something. So please be patient. If you run into a problem, contact me and let me know, and I will get back in touch with you and try to fix the problem as soon as I possibly can. Sometimes I can't fix every problem, so I may turn you back over to the McGraw-Hill tech support team or to our help desk at COD, depending on what part of the class you're struggling with. So I will be here and I will support you as much as I can. It really helps if you're communicating with me, because I don't know if there's a problem unless you let me know. Okay? Please do register for the book now. I cannot get that first speech assignment up, which again is due on Sunday, until everyone has registered for the textbook. So if you're coming to orientation and you want to wait till then to register for the textbook, that is okay. But it's a lot of work to get done this week. So if you can get yourself registered now following the instructions that are posted, I would really, really appreciate that. And then I'll open up the speech assignment as soon as possible. So if you get your speech done even before Sunday, you could upload it. Okay? If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact me. All of my contact information is posted in our Blackboard shell. I'm really checking my email a lot during the day. So don't hesitate to email. You can call me if you prefer to talk to me on the phone. I'm perfectly fine with that. My phone number is listed there. I do allow text messaging, but it's really for not complicated questions and for time-sensitive items. So if tomorrow, you're on campus and you can't find the classroom and you want to text me, that's a time-sensitive issue. Other than that, really putting in Blackboard, or I'm sorry, in an email or contacting me via phone would be the best thing to do. Okay? I look forward to meeting as many of you as possible tomorrow evening, and I'm really